but I also too find AP that most men were a fuck it before they met their wives, before they met their girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? They were in that nervous mind state where, damn, she's bad. Fuck, man, she won't talk to me, but fuck it, I just gotta put myself out there and push through whatever mental blockage that I have about trying to approach her, trying to talk to her, trying to put myself out there. Right? It's like you gotta have that fuck it attitude. Like, yeah, like she'll probably say no, but I won't have any regret. Fuck it. Most men are fuck it before they met their person because they had to, summon up that courage to do something that they normally don't do or are uncomfortable of doing on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? It's that ability to push beyond that point of where you're questioning yourself. It's that point where you're questioning yourself whether to go or not go. That a lot of dudes stay in that idling position, and women see that and they pick up on that, and they can tell that you're not very confident in yourself.
So,
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
so we can agree that majority. I think that the bigger thing is, I think we can all agree. First of all, thank you, AP, for sharing your story. You didn't have to do that, but that was, I appreciate you sharing your story with us. But I think that we all. So, what disclaimer? I wish I had a disclaimer. We're talking about this. We're talking about the minority. We're not talking about the majority. Okay. That's my disclaimer voice. So the importance is we can say that most men, like HD said, are not abusive men, right? We can say that most women are not out here showing their breasts on Instagram. Most women don't have a OnlyFans because most of them just can't. Anyway, but there are a small group of people who do, okay? And they happen to be a loud group of people who do. Just like when we go over to the other side, yes, I do agree. I don't think that I don't know how many abuse because I didn't get a chance to talk about that. I mean, I didn't get a chance to research how many people are in an abusive relationship. I'm pretty sure it's not many in comparison to the bigger the percentage. But there are things that are issues that we do tend to promote. For example, we promote sleeping around, right? She a bust down. Did she even sign up to be a bust down, or you just name her a bust down? You know what I'm saying? Or people going intentionally, and this is both men and women alike, intentionally manipulating people, right? You want to have sex with her, she wants your money. Those types of people. And what happens is good people get hurt in the crossfire. Both men and women alike get hurt in the crossfire. Because some people, whether you're a man or a woman, you show up intentional and she using you for your money, or a woman who shows up intentional and all he wanted to do was have sex with you. You understand what I'm saying? And those are all the people who got these issues going on in their head, and we can't figure out who is who. And that's the problem. Does that make sense? Good people are being hurt by all these people who think these things are okay.
So
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Welcome up.
Hi there. How are you today?
Did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, like I was just kind of listening while I was finishing up work and everything. But yeah, I think you're right. I just people just keep hurting each other and kind of throwing each other back in into the pool, and then they complain about what's in the pool, but they are contributing to what's in the pool. If that makes sense, they're contributing to all the things that are in there that are bad. Especially people who aren't really ready to settle down or ready to be in that place of actually being serious. So when you take someone and you know your intention is not for long term or anything like that, and you're with someone who wants that, and then decide, hey, I found somebody else, or I don't want you anymore. It's like you're taking away the opportunity for someone to have someone at their best. Because now, you see what I'm saying? They were their best, but you tainted them and then threw them back. And then you're like, oh, it's no big deal, whatever. But now it's getting to the point where we have um, so much ability to connect with other people from all places. You used to be able to just talk to people who are local. So it'd be like a local issue. And then you could go out and move out and find new people or whatever. But now it's like we have so much access through internet and all those things like that. And so what happens now is your pool is smaller now, even though there's so many people, you can go out and meet all these people. Now everyone's being tainted. Everyone thinks there's always someone better, or there's something else out there they can get, or they have opportunities somewhere else. And they no longer want to just like really be serious. They'll just play around. And then when they want to be serious, complain about there's no one out here to be serious with.
Is it okay? So I picked up on the fact that you said that people today have a lot more access. So just because you have access doesn't necessarily equate that you have impact. I could go on IG right now, find a chick that I find attractive. I could follow her. I could like follow her, like a few pictures, and slide into her DM. That does not guarantee she's going to respond back or reciprocate in any manner. If anything, she'll probably never open it, or she'll probably leave it on red, or she might respond. You never know. But this idea that we're selling to people that they have access, no, you have the same probabilities as if you got dressed, got yourself done up, and go to a local restaurant, a local bar, a local venue, somewhere where people within your own community congregate, hang out, of your likeness and of interest, is the same way. Hey, good evening. My name is so and so. How you doing tonight? Let me buy you a drink. Spark up a conversation, etc. You will have much more success doing that than trying to spin your wheels, trying to shoot your shot at people online and operate under this cohort of access. It's an illusion. Unless you have passed a certain threshold or you have a certain presence, a lot of people are not going to respond back to you. And especially if you are an attractive woman and you are a man trying to operate in that sort of same delusion, what do you think the other thousands of men are seeing? They're seeing the same thing. You think they're not trying? And some of them might be in a more better off situation. They might present well. They might be more successful. They might have a better, you know what I'm saying, you know, cold mouthpiece, man. They might just have a better swag than you. Let's be very honest. This idea of access is diluting a lot of people's potential within their own proximity.
Well, I think, okay, so I guess what I was trying to say is when you say no one has any like impact, I do think that that's a misunderstanding, because even for people who, like you said, there are some women who are maybe not attractive or are in bad situations. When you have men who are throwing themselves out there at you, regardless, because they just want to hit or whatever the reason is, doesn't matter. When you have men giving attention out, regardless of what the intent is behind it, that does make an impact. That does change things. That changes how women look at themselves, how they view themselves, how they value themselves, because they're getting the a reaction, regardless if it's the intent behind it. Because some guys could just hit on you just to hit, and guys, as you all know, are gonna throw the net wide. They don't care. They're gonna throw the net wide, especially when they not have no intent. They're just trying to get some, or they just, oh, that girl looks cute. Let me just say something. Maybe she'll hit me up. So it still makes an impact. The kind of impact is different, yes, but also I will say I live in a small town, and I know what you're saying. But when you live in a small area, and let's say like you're a little bit different, or you think outside the box, your interaction maybe with people locally isn't getting responded to. If you went to a bigger city, you may have a lot more responses. Um,
Yeah,
and
but at
and
the
that
same
does change.
Yeah, but at the same token, I understand that, but I'm gonna operate from from the perspective of, if you approach 10 women, half of them say no, the other half are already taken, the other two are maybe. Like this idea that if you're never going to shoot 100% of the shots that you take. Like men have to really, really put themselves in sort of positions to force the conversations, to be able to shoot their shots, to whoever, facilitate conversations and make advances. This, like, you trying to talk to one woman at the cafe that you like, that you grab bagels and coffee in the morning one time a week, isn't going to yield you success. This isn't like a rom-com.